There's something in my soul. I just love it. I love getting out there and going.
It certainly won't be an easy trail. I mean, it's brand new. There's long, waterless stretches, and I'm hiking it in a time of year where I could have snow one day and 100-and-something degree temperatures the next. It is pretty gorgeous up here. I'm standing on the edge of the abyss.
Over the past 3 years, we've created the Oregon Desert Trail by linking existing trails, four-wheel drive roads, cross-country travel. The result is an 800-mile trail that stretches from Central Oregon to the Idaho border. Sage Clegg will hike and bike the trail over the next 5 to 8 weeks, and Sage has a hiking resume that rivals anyone out there. And as a wildlife biologist, she has amazing skills and knowledge that are a huge asset to the project.
I think long-distance trails are incredibly important because they provide an outlet for people to go out and experience a wild place. And the people need to know about that place so that that place can stay protected and stay as it is. These are lovable places out there, and I get to go fall in love with it, and I hope everybody else gets to come and fall in love with it too. Yep, it's cold. I'm cold. I'm ready to go sit in a hot spring. What do you think, Adam Drummer? Ooh! Looks like we get to eat some tasty wild onions with our dinner tonight too, so that'll be good.
Adam Drummer is my boyfriend and hopefully joining me for at least a week of the hike. I decided to bike chunks of the ODT because there's just a lot of road walking and long open spaces. Out here I've crossed a lot of fences, probably at least 2 a day.
I don't want to like catch me.
There's a lot of barriers for the wildlife out here. Like pronghorn, the antelope that live out here, are the fastest North American land animal. And they can jump over fences, but they don't really get it. They don't really understand how. And it'd be interesting to figure out how many pounds of fence we have scattered throughout our Oregon public lands. It's a lot. I can tell you it's a lot. So I'm heading up into Heart Mountain. Everywhere you look, there's just something hiding and living around every shrub and every little drainage and every hill. Things are using this place constantly.
Volunteers have pulled fences from Heart Mountain Refuge, allowing pronghorn antelope and other wildlife to roam freely across the refuge. The refuge is also one of the last strongholds for greater sage grouse in the West, a species that's currently threatened with extinction.
A lot of pronghorn, pictographs, hot springs. I couldn't really ask for more. It was great.
The Steens from a distance, it just looks like a long slope of a mountain, and the closer you get to it, the more you realize what an incredible landscape it is. There's these massive glaciated gorges, like Big Indian Gorge right behind me. And this is Oregon's first wilderness area in the high desert. In a wilderness area means you can't use motorized vehicles in there, you can't even take bikes in there. It sets it aside as more of its, to retain its wild character and more a natural character.
Yeah, dramatic views and lots of water. It's kind of easy living up here.
Welcome to Owyhee Canyon. This place is pretty darn amazing. Whoa.
So the Owyhee Canyonlands is just a vast and beautiful place. It's one of the last great opportunities that we have within American conservation within the lower 48 states. And that's because it's so remote, it's hard to access, but the beauty once you get there is well worth protecting the place.
And it's totally stunning here. It's really beautiful. There's just these big orange rock formations. I almost feel like I'm in Zion. There's some big fish. Holy trout. Trouty, trouty. There's no drink mix in that, folks. That is my water. There's the trough. It's basically just a gigantic old tire. I've been going for about 8 hours, I guess, and I've made it 12 miles. And I've seen 9 rattlesnakes. This is really hard. It's definitely the hardest thing I've done on this trip so far, and I really wish I wasn't alone right now.
Sage pulled this journey off in record time. It was so fun to see the trail through her eyes.
The Owyhee was definitely my most challenging section of the trail, and it was really nice to have saved it for last. Every corner I just kind of got addicted to what's around the next bend, what's around the next bend, and it was really challenging to like stop and like even eat a snack or anything. It was just like, oh, I gotta know, I have to see what's over there, and I wasn't anticipating just falling in love with it so much. There's definitely some places out here that it's just kind of, I have to pinch myself and remind myself, like, this isn't wilderness yet. This doesn't have that protection or designation that I usually associate with wilderness areas.
We need more advocates for Oregon's high desert. We need more people who will stand up and speak out on its behalf.
I spent 4 days in wilderness areas this summer, and that's it. But I spent 37 days in very wild places.
We want people to use the Oregon Desert Trail and discover the wonder of Oregon's high desert. By getting to know Oregon's high desert, people will work to protect it. People don't need to hike the entire Oregon Desert Trail like Sage did. They can go out for day trips, for weekend backpacking adventures, or just go out and enjoy Oregon's high desert with their families.
The trail is there and it will always be there, and you can go out and be a part of it. And I hope people do.